Oh, well, you're probably wondering why it's all dark and stuff, and I don't have my swag lad on. I think some dark times are ahead, y'all. Ooh, Michigan got blasted today, dude. We lost 31-12, and it wasn't even like a pretty game, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought like I'm gonna come on here and get the yelling and get the wilding and shit, but nah, man, I just don't think we're the same. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't think we're the same team as last year, okay? And last year, I mean, yes, we had a magical run, right? But a lot of games were shaky, man. You know what I'm saying? Donovan Edwards. Donovan Edwards, I think, is overrated. I called him overrated last year, and then he just shows up and had that miraculous game against Ohio State in the playoffs and stuff like that. Of course, wouldn't have had won the national championship without him. But I don't know if he's on some got the yips. I don't know if he's just not, or it is five new starting O linemen, new starting O linemen. I don't know if they're new enrollees. So I think they were on the team last year. So a lot of them were, but I just don't think they're gelling. Our play calling is not there. You know what I mean? And our defense, yo. I mean, I, I thought, from what I can tell, returning Will Johnson and Mason Graham and Grant and Page, we have a returner on every level of defense. But we couldn't stop nothing. They had their like third string tight end getting some pop. Um, we got no sacks today. They keep doing this when everyone knows it if you watch football. If you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterback. We need to really nip that in the bud. And of course, I'm gonna say go with Alex Orgy to keep the defense on their toes with your running game and whatnot. But a lot of people are saying that Warren is the guy. From what I can tell, I don't think he's the guy at the moment. I think you put in Alex Orgy to throw off the defense a little bit. You know what I mean? You have to give him some pops. When he went in there on that third and like three in the second quarter, literally the defense was literally pointing at him like this. You seen the defensive lineman and the linebacker pointing at Alex Orji like it's going to be a run. We knew it was a designed run. They knew it was a designed run. So you're going to have to give him some more reps in order to throw off the defense a little bit. Let him show that he has an arm. And and I don't know. Let me read off some of these Texas stats requests. Quentin Ewers was just unstoppable today. Literally, we made him look like a Heisman Trophy winner. 24, 36, 246, three of those tutties. You know, they got a 50-yard rusher, a 36-yard rusher, a 30-yard rusher, a 25-yard rusher. Come on, guys. I mean, you know what I mean? It's yeah, it kind of. Now, I was a little nervous coming into the game, but to see the way they put it on us like that, I was like, damn. My theories were I had that little theory in the back of my mind because, like I said, I'm from Fresno, so uh I was watching that Fresno State game super, super hard, which I was gonna watch regardless whoever we play. But if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. I was watching it like, damn, bro, I know Fresno my whole life. Now Fresno, we're the BCS Busters. We're known for that in Fresno State. You know what I'm saying? And I say we because I love Fresno State too. But everyone out here, when you live in a small school, non-power five, you got two teams. You love that team, but then you always like a lot of people out here love USC. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I thought maybe Fresno State had a chance to win that. As much as everybody gets on this damn platform, but gets on YouTube and says, you should have dogged Fresno State. No, they're the BCS busters. They don't lay down for nobody. Fresno's, mantra is any place, anytime. You know what I mean? And if the quarterback wasn't in his head or whatever and didn't throw those three interceptions, I really think Fresno could have won last week. Uh, I don't want to go off on Donovan Edwards, but bro, you walk around like you're the next coming of fucking Bo Jackson or something, bro. You don't do shit with that jump cut. It, you 48, 41 yards, and one of them was a 20 yards, 21 yarder. I don't know if you got the yips. I don't know if you're not confident in running between the tackles, But Big Don, you got to show me something. You can't just wait for the fucking Ohio State game to show up every year because this is the last year. Um, Mullins had 6 for 25. He's a I don't think he's a bell cow back, but and playmakers. Colston Loveland had a costly fumble, and it happens and stuff. You just don't want to happen like that, in the third quarter, And he went off, but Colston, Samaje P. Ryan, or Samaj Morgan, you have to get these guys the ball, especially foreign quarterback. If you're not confident, or if you are going to do this two quarterback things, get the ball in your playmaker's hand immediately, especially if you don't have no time to. Your own line doesn't have no time, and they're not gelling yet. Um, yeah, that was a beating. That was an ass beating right there. That was an ass beating if I ever seen one. So it what fears me is these boys are athletes. They're gonna compete until January, December. They're gonna compete to the end no matter what. It's football. But you don't want this to deter the team and feel like, well, damn, because it is 12-team playoff now. You can lose about two, maybe damn near three if you're a Power Five and get up in there. But I do think we're gonna see a new Big Ten champion this year. Could it be one of these new boys at the West Coast? I don't know. If Oregon keeps looking the way they do, that shit ain't gonna happen. SC is looking good, but they've always fall off at the end. I think Ohio State might win it. To makes it pains me to say that, but I think Ohio State is going to win the Big Ten championship this year. And if Will Howard can go off like they think he's going to go off, then they might win the damn national championship. To be honest with you, what makes me also even more mad that I just don't want to hear this shit. But as a Michigan fan, you're going to hear this shit all week. Every talking head is going to talk about this. Can they win without Connor Stallions? That's going to be the talking point. That's going to be the talking point. They will talk about that more than giving Texas the credit and showing the fact that Texas O line was dominant. Their center was beating Mason Graham, who was my favorite player on the team, beating his ass every snap. 90% of the snaps, that center, I don't even know his name. The center was killing Mason Graham. Um, and their O line is way more experienced. I believe they're all returners from last year, and that center is I believe it's either a first year starter or the longest reigning lineman starter on the team for Texas. You would look good, but you know, um, yeah. Do we need Connor? Was Connor that much of a difference? Now, I don't from that doc, for example, Connor came. Harbaugh signed in 12, 13, something like that, 12, 13, 14, 15, something like that, 14. And I believe Connor came through around 16, 17 ish or something like that. And don't get it twisted. Harbaugh was winning. Remember, he was literally winning 10 games and then lose to Penn State and lose to Ohio State. That was happening every year until Connor came along and da 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 da. But I hate the fact that that's going to be the biggest question and the biggest talking point of contention. Is this Can they do it without Connor? Was Connor their biggest thing? All we're going to hear is Connor Sanders this week, and it sucks. So we got, I believe, I want to say Arkansas State next week, and then we got SC in a couple weeks. Oh, the boys gonna have to buckle in for that SC game. These games are not gonna get easier, guys. These games are not gonna get easier, especially with that target on your back. That people want to. People have you got that target on your back, Michigan, for being the defending champs, and of course, people thinking that you want it in its slightful way. I don't like this at all. I'm still gonna go in October, during my college campus tour. Um, that starts in about October, to the end of the year. I'll be going to a different college almost every weekend and seeing how they tailgate, seeing if I can maybe even see the campus. And every one I'm going to go to is one I haven't been to besides, of course, Michigan. So We're gonna just sit on this one right here. We're gonna sit on this one, and we're gonna see what. Mm, this was tough. This was an ass beating, y'all. This was an ass beating right here. And yeah, get ready for that Connor Stallion shit all week. So thank you for watching. Get your boy subscribe and more Michigan talk this week. Peace.